This is the first part of my multi-part video series on how to analyze a stock. This video series is intended to give a high-level overview on the steps involved in stock analysis. This video series is intended to share a high-level overview of steps involved in analyzing a stock. The contents discussed are for a high-level understanding with a few pointers for your thoughts to research further, and not intended to be exhaustive nor a ready-to-implement framework or philosophy. Any examples, sectors, stocks and cases discussed in this video series are only for educational purpose and not buy or sell recommendations. Viewers are requested to do their own research and run their calculations before investing. I have made the best efforts to ensure accuracy of contents in this presentation, however, errors could have crept, do bring to my notice. I shall in no way be responsible to anyone, directly or indirectly, for any kind of loss that might arise from using or sharing the information in this video series. A brief background of this video series. I had read nearly 50 to 60 different books on investing. The knowledge was in silos and could not connect the various facets of investing to create a meaningful investment process, framework or a philosophy. Accidentally, I happened to watch a few interviews of Mr. Ramdev, which helped to see the bigger picture and understand how various facets of investment were connected. A few ideas discussed in this video series are from his interviews. These are superimposed by my understanding and approach. I owe Mr. Ramdev a lot, for the knowledge that he has shared in many of his interviews and media appearances. This video series will take you through a path showing how the different facets of investing must be integrated to a framework, which eventually leads to a meaningful stock analysis. A few had shared their expectations in this series on stock analysis. Let us have a quick look at a few of them. The responses are put below in different categories. Qualitative analysis. How to assess management quality. How to analyze moat. Quantitative analysis. How to analyze financial statements. How to analyze balance sheets. Analyzing annual report supports both qualitative and quantitative analysis. There was also a good suggestion to have a detailed video on qualitative and quantitative analysis. Agreed. These are heavy topics and will be handled in subsequent series. Valuation methods. Free cash flow of any company. How to calculate ROCE. DCF way of valuation. Themes. What stocks to analyze. Sectors, cyclic companies and commodities. Analyzing holding company and banks. Other topics. How to determine future growth. Red flags in a company. Best tools available to screen and monitor stocks. Most of the facets had come from different people. Stock analysis involves using a framework that integrates all these facets. Do not see each of these in isolation. Knowing to value a stock would not help much without understanding the quality of management, future growth or the competitive landscape. Have a framework with a bigger picture integrating as much facets as possible. We will quickly see what to and what not to expect from this series. Is this the only approach? There are many frameworks that different investors follow. There are many approaches, which works for different people. This video series discusses one such approach. Feel free to tweak this framework to suit your need and add more facets. Financial statement analysis. There would be separate series to cover financial statement analysis. It is a heavy topic to be covered in this series. Technical analysis. It would not be discussed in this series. Valuation. How to value a stock is the most discussed idea, but you will see that there are many steps before arriving at valuation. This is the last step in stock analysis. Only if the previous steps are done properly, You get sufficient inputs to choose the required valuation model. This answers one of the question, which valuation method you use for which sector. Valuation could be separate series. In fact, it is vast enough to be discussed in a semester in many universities. There are tons of material available in the YouTube and the internet on this subject. Materials by Mr. Aswad Damodaran are highly valuable for valuation. There are plenty of his videos available in YouTube. Start exploring them. As we would be discussing valuation as the last part in this series, if you are looking for calculating free cash flow or DCF, pick a good video from YouTube and familiarize yourself. There are 8 steps in analyzing a stock. Step 0, or the initial step, is to identify stock ideas. Fish for ideas. Screen the identified ideas on a few basic parameters. Try to understand the story behind the idea. Step 1, quality. Analyze the quality of business and management. Step 2, growth. Identify the size of the opportunity and estimate future growth of the company within the opportunity size. The quality of management analyzed in the previous step becomes crucial, as only a capable management can exploit the opportunity. Step 3, length of growth period. How long can the growth estimated in the previous step sustain? Step 4, disruption. What can disrupt the longevity of growth and the growth rate estimated in the previous steps? Step 5, financial statement analysis. Detailed analysis of the financial statements and the information contained in the annual report. This is more on number crunching and forms major part of quantitative analysis. Step 6, valuation. With inputs from previous steps, choose the appropriate valuation models and apply margin of safety. Step 7, reflect on yourself. The last step after valuation and before buying the analyzed stock is to reflect on yourself. Check behavioral biases. Create an investment thesis with details of the data gathered and analyzed in the previous steps. Identify sell triggers and note them in the investment thesis. It is important to note that you must identify sell criteria even before you buy the stock. The steps 0 and 7 are kept out of the main steps, as they do not fall in actual stock analysis, but focused more on the investor behavior and what they do to identify a stock idea. Other steps from 1 to 6 are used to analyze the identified idea. Though these steps are distinct, there would be a good overlap between various steps. In the next part, we will see more details on step 1, quality of business and management. Thanks for watching this video. Post your questions in the comments section below. Do not miss my videos on personal finance and stock markets. Subscribe to my channel, Empowering with Financial Awareness, to get alerts when I upload a new video. If you found this video useful, do share it with your friends.